I always imagined that I'd move to Atlanta and raise my kids there. Beautiful place. You know what I mean?
I've been to Atlanta. I didn't like Atlanta much.
It's a mystical place underwater, yeah.
Oh, Atlantis.
Atlanta. Today we're going to be talking about the mystical city of
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
Welcome to the Too Late Show Files. Brandon's got a blankie to cover up his naked body.
I've been spewing and puking and I'm feeling really sick, but we're back in it.
You still feel sick?
I feel good.
You just ate candy.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
All I've eaten today is Sour Boys candy, because I love it. And I'm about to drink a Sprite, so I'm in a really good diabetic shape. But yeah, we have a great docket today. Mm-hmm. Like I said, Atlanta, Georgia, the underwater city, the mystical city.
Yep.
And yeah, should I wear this?
Sure, I don't know what that is. Go ahead.
It's a shiesty. If we're going to Atlanta, I want it to kind of look the part. Better or worse?
If we're going to Atlanta. Is that normal in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I would probably take it off your mouth so I can hear you well. I mean the thing over your mouth, covering your mouth. Yeah, I do that.
So this is good?
Yeah, but I think maybe it's gonna rub against it and it's gonna sound like shit.
We're rubbing?
I think it's gonna sound like
What
shit.
if we did it like this?
I think then when you open your mouth, it's gonna sound like shit again.
So I'm kind of messing everything up?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
Just a small amount.
Maybe we'll go like
There you go.
that.
I think that's a workaround.
I'm Sam Sulek.
We have
Atlanta.
Atlanta. We're talking about Atlanta today, the lost city of Atlanta, and that's it.
I know, I'll be preface what's going on with me. I actually don't know a single thing about it. I don't know where it is. I don't know what
Georgia.
it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I don't know anything.
About Atlantis?
Yeah, about Atlantis.
The lost city of Atlantis. You don't know anything at all. What is the little you know? It's just a lost city, or?
Was Poseidon there? I'm not trying to be funny. I actually do not know.
I really don't know either. I think I've covered it in a video before, but it was so long ago I just forgot.
So this is another one of those situations where Caleb knows all about it and I'm a big idiot.
No.
You've done a video about it before?
No, I don't think so.
I don't
Have
even
we
think
done a video about it? Do you know, John? I don't think we have. It's been a long time if we have.
So we might be walking into this one butt naked.
I feel like I don't know anything about it. Whenever I think of Atlantis, I think of that, the Gungan city, the underwater Gungan city from the prequels of Star Wars.
Does this have anything to do with Hyperborea?
I don't know.
I don't even know what that is.
That's like that's a mythical place,
And
for
it's
sure.
like cold.
Yeah, it's in the very far north.
I know Atlantis is wet.
How many slides is... Oh my God!
Our wonderful writer stayed up until 8 a.m. this morning getting this done.
Oh, wow.
So we got a lot to get into.
That's a Kurt moment.
Yeah.
You know, Kurt's one of my favorite names.
Really?
Yeah, if I ever have a son, I'm gonna name him Kurt.
Really?
Yeah.
That means a lot to me, even though it has nothing to do with me.
Well, I mean, I feel like he's pretty cool. I like him.
I love him. I really love him.
There's a legend of a lost world, an ancient civilization so advanced, so powerful that it threatened to conquer all of Eurasia. A place of abundant resources, glittering temples, and impossible technology. A place inhabited by descendants of the gods, and then, in a single moment, gone, swallowed by the sea. This is the legend of Atlantis.
But I was about to say, but is it real? Because I just read that and I was like, is this like a fact?
Factoid?
This is mythological.
Some people believe it's real, I think, but also some people think that the moon landing was fake.
Yeah, those guys are super smart. So I think this is probably real.
Maybe. All right, Frankie, you gotta quit trotting around with your little clacky feet. Come on, you little clacky feet.
Was it SpongeBob? Was it King Neptune was from Atlantis?
Maybe.
What do I know about it? I don't know. Like, I know something, surely to God.
Yarr, Davy Jones' locker.
Yeah.
Or
Is
whatever.
Davy Jones there?
Origins of the claim. Okay, here's the origins of the claim. Would you like to read this, or would you like me to?
I got it. Almost all of the meaningful information we have about Atlantis comes from Plato in his dialogues The Timaeus and Critias, written circa 360 BC. Plato himself claims that the story ultimately came from the Egyptians, and the great Athenian lawgiver Solon learned it from them. There's words I'm not familiar with. Atlantis is also mentioned to a lesser degree in the works of Strabo, or is it Strabo? Pliny or Pliny the Elder, and Proclus. I'm probably f***ing up every aspect about what I just said.
Pliny the Elder, Proclus.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah, they're boys from Atlanta.
And they just kind of thug it out, or what?
Yeah, they're really smart.
They philosophize and they thug it together?
They document, they philosophize, they research. They document. That's what they're known for.
So
Pliny the Elder.
They're like philosophizing gangbangers.
Kind of, yeah. Pliny the Elder, and there's a younger as well. Pliny the Younger? It doesn't matter.
I wish I was Brandon the Younger instead of Brandon the bum loser.
Brandon the Bumfart?
Brandon the dumb ass. So the story goes that in the mid-6th century BC, the famous Athenian lawgiver Solon journeyed to Egypt, and there he learned the story of Atlantis from the Egyptian priest. The Egyptian priest told Solon that 9,000 years previously there had been a great island empire out beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which was called Atlantis. They were a highly advanced seafaring people, and they once threatened to conquer all of the ancient world. This is how Plato first introduces the story. That's really interesting.
That is really interesting.
I didn't know it had anything to do with Plato or Egypt. Did you?
I knew that it was ancient Greece, but I didn't know that it was Egypt or anything like that. I love the sea peoples, though. The sea
Yeah.
peoples, the Hittites, and the sea peoples.
And the Vikings?
No,
That's different.
a little different. Slightly different. Different age.
I've heard of the Hittites.
Yeah, Bronze Age.
Yeah, Bronze Age warrior.
Did you see my story the other day on Instagram?
What was it?
It was 30 Bronze Age memes in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh!
Oh, yeah. You got this one.
Many great and wonderful deeds are recorded for your state histories, but not one of them exceeds all the rest in greatness and valor. For these histories tell of the mighty power which unprovoked made an expedition against the whole of Europe and Asia, and to which your city put an end. Power come forth out of the Atlantic Ocean. For in those days the Atlantic was navigable, and there was an island situated in front of the straits that are by what you call the Pillars of Hercules. The island was larger than Libya and Asia put together, and was the way to other islands. And from these you might pass the whole of the opposite continent. Okay, so this is a quote.
This is an excerpt from Plato, maybe?
Solon, maybe?
Or Solon?
I think this is the guy who, the vast power gathered into one, subdue a blow. So this is kind of a bit of exposition, but afterwards there occurred violent earthquakes and floods, and in a single day and night of misfortune, all of your warlike men in a body sank into the earth, and the island of Atlantis in like manner disappeared into the depths of the sea. For which reason the sea in those parts is impassable and impenetrable, because there is a shoal of mud in the way, and this was caused the subsidence of the island. Interesting.
That sucks. So they were like really good and then it was just over immediately?
Seems like they weren't that good.
Why? What did I miss?
Well, they just disappeared. They got f***ed by nothing. By
So
earthquakes.
that's why they weren't
That's
good.
why they sucked, yeah.
Yeah, get a grip on the tectonic plates, losers.
Yeah, I mean, even like Rome, hundreds of years later, 1,000 years later, basically, experienced like Pompeii and Vesuvius, the eruption of Vesuvius, and it f***ed them up. But they had so many other cities. Like, what kind of city is just in one area?
You what an idiot.
What
a-
dumbasses.
What a freak. Oh
How
my
do you
God.
trade?
The
How do you trade?
volcano.
That's just an island.
I'm
Mud
dead.
shoal.
Yeah, the mud shoal got
I'm sinking in the mud shoal.
me. Dude, take a Percocet, bro.
Yeah, pop a perk.
Get over it.
Pop a perk and chill.
Yeah. I had no idea Atlanta had so much turmoil. Plato's Atlantis. Atlantis was an island kingdom out in the sea beyond the Pillars of Hercules. On the far western edge of the world, it was larger than all of Libya and Asia combined. It was founded by Poseidon,
You got that, dude.
the Greek god of the sea.
He's found that.
Poseidon mated with a mortal woman named Cleito, who was native to that land. Their union gave rise to a race of semi-divine men who would become the Atlantean rulers. They had 10 sons. My boy was nuttin'. 5 sets of twins. Whoa.
Damn.
And divided the realm amongst these 10. The eldest son was named Atlas, and he was made chief of the 10 and was given the capital city. The realm was called Atlantis after him. These 10 kingdoms remained allied with each other and met every few years to sacrifice bulls to their forefather Poseidon.
Interesting.
Why bulls?
The white bull, there's a lot of Greek mythology centered around the value of a white bull.
And you have to kill it?
I believe it's a sacrifice to the Greek gods, yes.
I'm not into the sacrifice.
Even of a white bull?
No, I don't want to kill a bull.
I mean, you eat steak.
Oh, well, if I'm going to eat it, I'll kill it.
Like, imagine how delicious that's where the symbolism comes from, in my opinion. Is like, it's a beautiful white bull, the steak will be delicious.
They eat it?
I assume.
Well, then that's good. I thought they were just killing it, like
I couldn't imagine they just think it. They just kill it indiscriminately and they just its corpse.
Yeah, they sodomize it. Now we're talking Atlanta.
Oh no.
Don't say that?
You can say whatever you want.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just puking. Cut me some slack.
Plato's Atlantis. Atlantis' capital city was filled with beautiful temples and palaces covered in shining gold with masterful engineering and technology beyond comprehension. The great temple of Poseidon sat directly in the center of it all, It lay in the middle of a plain and was surrounded by mountains. The city was made of 5 concentric circles of land and water. Each ring was connected by large bridges and tunnels, and they were all connected to outer ocean by a great man-made canal. The outside ring is where the majority of the Atlantean population lived. The middle ring was where the Atlantean military and royal guards were stationed, and in the center of the rings was a sacred temple where stood the Atlantean royal palace, as well as Poseidon's temple. The harbor was full of docks and naval buildings, and the Atlanteans were by far the greatest of all naval powers. They were immensely powerful, and the chief Atlantean kingdom had 1,200 ships and an army of over 1 million men, and they all just disappeared?
1 million?
What the A million?
That's too many. I don't
buy that.
I don't buy that for 1 second.
What was the population of like Athens in 6th century BC?
Yeah.
Probably small in the 6th century. Because like the 3rd, 4th century was approaching the peak, I believe, of the Greek Peloponnesian War was, I don't remember.
Jamie, can you pull that up? Athens population?
Jamie. Frankie, can you pull that up, Frankie? 250,000 people. In Athens, in what year? 6th century, they had 6th century BC, 250,000 people.
And these didn't just have 1 million men, they had an army of 1 million military men.
That's more than we have active military, I think, in the US.
Cap. This is cap.
What the
I don't buy this.
Bullshit!
I don't buy this. And also the situation of their city doesn't even make sense. They're a naval warfaring island, yet all of the civilians are on the outer ring and the military's on the inner ring. So if they were to be invaded, then wouldn't the civilians just get blasted?
Seems like that. That's how the Spartans did it, though. They had the helots, the serfs around Sparta.
So it's better that way, maybe?
I mean, yeah, if you lose your serfs.
Okay.
Your slaves.
I forgot the pecking order.
Yeah, the pecking order, the caste, the Atlantean caste. It's very similar to the castes of India.
I got to keep that in mind going forward, the pecking order. Plato's Atlantis. These were people with advanced technology and divine ancestry, complex city design with multi-level harbors, docks, and warehouses, advanced irrigation, and a massive canal system that connected the city to the sea. The ability to access and use hot and cold water.
Damn.
A sophisticated government ruled by 10 semi-divine kings, and a detailed legal code engraved on a pillar in the Temple of Poseidon.
Sounds like bullshit.
It's just like, what the
How did they just disappear after a small earthquake?
Yo, couldn't they have hit up Poseidon and been like, hey, we're in the sea, Dad. Can you get us some help?
Dude, stop.
Right?
That's what they say, yeah. Dad,
everyone's dying in the sea. You rule it. Can you help?
return to the mud shoal, son.
Poseidon's like, man up.
Man up, pussy.
Toughen up.
If I give y'all everything on a silver platter, you ain't gonna be grateful. They all died.
They're all just dead.
You ain't gonna be grateful. But he's base though.
Yeah, he is base. He's Sigma.
Yeah, he's a Sigma. He's the who's that guy who carries the boats?
David Goggins.
He's the David Goggins of Greek mythos.
Yeah, they needed a David Goggins to carry the boats and the logs. All right, so I think we have a good understanding of what Atlantis was. What's the next slide? The fall.
Over time, the Atlantean race grew tremendously in wealth and in power. But as they grew in material power, they declined spiritually, and gradually they became morally corrupted. This is the same story that's happened in every religion ever of all time.
Rome, right?
Rome, the Bible.
Yeah. Sodom and Gomorrah?
The Bible. Cain and Abel and shit.
Yeah.
Additionally, their divine Atlantean blood became more and more mixed with the blood of the mortals of Earth, so they began to lose their inner virtue and fell into greed and sin. Seeing this, the Olympian gods became angry, and Zeus himself determined to punish the Atlanteans. Zeus holds a council to determine how best to punish these people, but then, just as the dramatic moment is about to come to a head, the text simply cuts off.
What? We can't know whether Plato never got around to writing the rest of the story, or if he did and it was later lost, but we know there was more to the story. But we do know from Plato's introduction that the Atlanteans were divinely punished and their island was swallowed by the sea, and that at some time before the story's end, the Atlanteans launched an invasion of all the ancient world and are nearly victorious before they are finally defeated by the ancestors of the ancient Greeks.
Interesting.
Genghis Khan, Adolf Hitler mode, trying to conquer the world right before you do it, it's over.
Yeah. Right before you get it done, it's over, dude.
But you know what Genghis Khan and Hitler didn't have? A father named Poseidon.
Who could speak to the fish.
Can't you just make a big tsunami and blast everyone and then invade easily?
Seems like maybe they made a big tsunami, but then it created an earthquake and everybody sunk into a mud shoal.
Oh, so it backfired.
It backfired, it seems like. The nepotism, it always backfires.
Yeah, King Neptune's nepotism.
Exactly.
Exactly on that.
Oh, here we go, and look, and then we got an awesome tie-in to all the ancient flood myths, the myths of the Nephilim. This is so good. This is very well written. I like this.
You like this?
All over the world.
Can I give some perspective? I'm so stupid that I don't like or dislike this because I don't even know what any of this is besides the Noah's Ark.
I like this. It's good. It's giving us the exposition of the Atlantis, and then it's tying it in like how I've been naturally kind of speaking about
The comparisons of other historical things.
flood myths. All over the world, there are these stories of catastrophic floods sent by the gods to wipe out mankind as a divine punishment for their sin. There's usually a hero who, with divine help, survives the cataclysm and lives to restart civilization anew. Even though these myths come from completely different places and times in history, they all share common themes and similarities that suggest they do indeed stem from a common origin. And so these stories have long thought to be connected and have historical origins. I did do a video about the Nephilim and these stories very recently. Note, in many of these myths, as well as in the Atlantis story, the purpose of the floods is to punish a race of semi-divine men, offspring of male gods and female mortals who had become immortal or sinful over time. Should we consider the Atlantis myth to be part of a broader tradition? Does that potentially give it more credibility? It does seem like those other stories. It seems like the Epic of Gilgamesh, the story of Manu.
Yo, Kurt would love to talk to you about Gilgamesh.
He likes Gilgamesh?
He knows a lot about that
I'm
stuff.
big on Gilgamesh. I'm big on Gil.
I don't know about any of this stuff.
I'm big on my boy Gilg.
I don't know about any of this stuff, dude. I've been getting really into Pokemon cards, and I'm way out of my element. But I'm enjoying it. This is freaking interesting.
Pokemon cards and wrestling?
Yeah. Alpha male stuff, because I'm so alpha, you could just see by my just general disposition.
Pretty much.
It's intimidating, right? Like
Yeah.
how alpha I am.
Yeah.
Like when I'll puke and I'll cry, or
Yeah.
I'll complain about how I'm in pain.
It makes me think of the pecking order.
Yeah, and how I'm obviously at the top because I'm like weak, fragile, and always in pain. And that's how it works. I think.
Exactly.
A paradise to the west. Atlantis, basically described as a paradise in the western edge of the earth in the outer ocean. Look at similar motifs from other cultures. The Elysian fields, which lie beyond the sea to the west, on the edge of the world, and are a place of eternal bliss for those who have lived virtuously. The Irish otherworld, Anwen, Avalon, things I can't pronounce, likewise a place of eternal bliss which can be found across the western sea. The phoenix, which builds its nest beyond the outer ocean on the edge of the world, and which is reborn in a state of eternal immortality. Gilgamesh's journeying to the edge of the world to find, help me with that?
Utnapishtim.
That's what that is? Utnapishtim, survivor of the Great Flood, and hopes to discover the secret of immortality. Are these spiritual memories reminiscent of our higher Atlantean past?
Yeah, I love Atlanta.
At this point in the story, I'd like to believe that I am from Atlanta.
You're an Atlantan?
Yeah, because seems good.
This does seem good. You know, we belong to a great race from Atlanta.
And that's why I'm so alpha male.
That's exactly why you're so alpha male. My pappy's like Poseidon, the way he be splitting the seas.
Yeah, splitting that thing up.
Cursing me into a mud shoal.
Yeah, my daddy put me in the mud shoal.
Orichalcum. Atlantis was said to have been rich in a metal called Orichalcum. It was used as a currency on the island and was second only to gold in value. The Atlantean metal is attested in multiple sources to having existed, not just on Atlantis, but on the mainland as well. In Virgil's Aeneid, the breastplate of King Tumulus is said to have been made with orichalcum, and the metal is mentioned by other writers, such as Hesiod and Pliny the Elder. In 2015, it was claimed that 39 ingots of what is claimed to be the Atlantean metal orichalcum were found in a shipwreck off the coast of Sicily. That's orichalcum. The ingots consist of 70 to 80% copper and 15 to 20% zinc. Sounds like shit.
Yeah, it sounds like crap.
That's shit metal there, bud.
Copper and zinc.
Yeah, that's what we make pennies out of.
That's lower
Copper
level.
and zinc.
Lower level.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
I've never heard of orichalcum. It's
You never played Skyrim?
I have. It's in there?
Orcish armor? Isn't it? What is it? Is it in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool as shit. Sometimes being smarter makes things more enjoyable, and being dumber makes them less enjoyable because you don't know.
But it's more blissful though.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why they
I've-
say ignorance is bliss.
I've played Skyrim and I do not ever remember hearing the word Orichalcum.
How about Orcish? armor?
Orcish, yeah. But I'm thinking about Orc and Uruk-hai,
Ah, like Lord of the Rings.
so I'm all mixed up.
Yeah.
So the Orichalcum gives it some credence, right? Or maybe just
Maybe.
coincidental.
I mean, it seems like shit though. It seems like dog shit metal.
Yeah.
It seems like just some Bronze Age contraption that is not even.
Not advanced, not useful.
I mean, soft. Yeah.
It's a good currency, maybe.
Just use gold.
Yeah.
Why not just use gold? Gold's rare. Copper's rare.
Shekels.
How many shekels is one orichalcum worth?
I feel like shekels are worth more, but what do I know?
The invasion. The purported invasion that is claimed to have happened is perhaps the most interesting part. A great war was fought all across the ancient world, and many nations were subdued before the ancestors of the Athenian Greeks defeated the Atlantean. Did the invasion take place before Atlantis was flooded, or did the invasion happen afterwards? Precisely because the flood had already happened and the Atlanteans had nowhere else to go.
Oh, that's a good question.
So they weren't even, if they got beat by Athens, that's not that crazy.
Then they were bums.
Yeah.
But what if it happened after the flood and like most of their military got wrecked and all they had was their remaining military?
And they just got molested by
Yeah.
a bunch of philosophers in Athens.
Is there going to be any end to this game I'm playing with the dog, or is it going to?
No, you have to stop yourself. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. You're the one who's gonna stop because she will never stop ever.
I thought maybe I could satiate a little
No,
playtime.
there's no such thing.
I've entered into a bad game here.
Yeah, it's an endless. And she'll get up on the couch now and she'll dig that up and she'll run away with it and then.
I've made a big mistake.
There she goes, and she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. She'll dig until she gets it. She will never stop. She can't stop. She's addicted to the shindig.
I want to feel what she's feeling towards that toy.
Dude, just like, I want that.
Yeah,
Give me that.
I need something that bad. I don't even feel that way about money.
Me neither.
If there was a $20 bill stuffed somewhere, I wouldn't be like freaking out and digging for it.
Give me 2 sandwiches from Jimmy John.
I probably should though.
Read that.
Plato says Atlantis sunk around 9000 BC. Some theories hold true to Plato's dating. Others stray from it by many thousands of years. Should we demand that Plato's dating be precisely accurate, or is it possible that we could find Atlantis in another time?
I don't know. Over here. Oh my.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was pretty cool. That was pretty badass.
That's a big doubt.
So okay, so we're dating it now at 9000 BC. So.
But it could be off by many thousands of years.
Is it possible that we could still get to the bottom of the Atlantis mystery, or even identify the ruins of the lost city?
I hope so.
I love that guy, Georgios Tsoukalos.
Are people mean to him?
I think so, yeah.
He doesn't deserve people to be mean to him.
Nope.
He's cool.
Anybody with hair and big ideas, big hair and big ideas.
I feel like his hair is just like that because he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's what happens when you just don't care about your hair.
Yeah.
For sure. No effort in the world can make hair look like that.
Yeah, and I like his vibe. He's passionate, he's smart.
Yeah, he also speaks, I believe, multiple languages.
So he's
fluently.
way smarter than me.
Totally.
Identifying Atlantis. Possibility 1. Thera, does it matter how bad I'm mispronouncing everything?
Thera and Minoan Akrotiri?
Thera and Minoan Akrotiri. The Minoans were a great and mysterious seafaring people, highly advanced for their time, who lived on the island of Crete. It is the subject of many fantastic mythological claims, including that it was the original homeland of the
Israelites.
And that it was the birthplace of Zeus himself, the king of the gods. Around 1600 BC, the Thera volcano erupted. This caused a tremendous amount of ash and gas and even tsunamis to be released on the Minoan civilization. The Minoan city of Akrotiri was completely swallowed up by this event and was buried under the volcano's ash. That sucks. There is evidence that after the eruption, there would indeed have been a ring-like structure reminiscent of Plato's description of Atlantis. Some, including a 2015 History Channel documentary called Atlantis Found, have claimed that Thera's eruption and the subsequent decline of the Minoans were the inspiration for the Atlantis legend.
Interesting. That does make a little bit of sense, but just a side tangent here. I love how the History Channel and the Discovery Channel both have like mermaid proof discovered. They've got like these stupid, fake, bullshit documentaries that it's just totally nonsense.
Bro, around like 2008, did you watch like the mermaid, like We Found Mermaids?
Dude, I was hooked up to it. I was so ready.
And they had like found footage and stuff,
Yeah.
you know what I'm talking about?
It was fake as fuck.
I fully believed it was real and then told my dad passionately about it, and he was like, "You're a complete idiot."
Oh.
He was like, "This isn't real. I promise you it's not real. You're an idiot." And I was like, it is. I saw it. And
It's
then
on Discovery.
And then he like showed me there's like something, like a disclaimer that it isn't real.
It's a mockumentary. Or it's not a mockumentary. It's just, what is the point of it?
They f***ed me over.
They did.
They all the respect my dad had for me ended on that day.
And never came back.
It never came back. He
And
hasn't talked to me since.
You were what, 10 years old?
13.
13?
Mm-hmm. Right as I was hitting puberty, my dad left my life and he never came back. All because of mermaids.
All because the Discovery Channel and mermaids. I remember that when it aired, I legitimately, I thought it was going to be real. But I watched it and I was like, oh, that's fake. That
Really?
looks fake as fuck.
But what about the people that had like extra webbed fingers and they could swim, and the people that could see in the water better? It just made sense that there could have been an island somewhere that slowly sank into the ocean, and the people over hundreds of thousands or millions of years developed into mermaids.
Well, yeah, I think the aquatic ape theory is that as well. But I don't know about mermaid. Merman!
Merman.
What would that mean? The Atlanteans are the Minoans?
Perhaps.
Possibility 2, Mid-Atlantic Ridge. There is a massive underwater mountain range right in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Many believe that this land was at one time above sea level and sank later. It includes volcanic islands such as the Azores and Iceland, which are still to this day above sea level and inhabited by humans. It lies beyond the Pillars of Hercules out in the Atlantic Ocean and is also larger than Libya and Asia combined, and so matches with Plato's. However, there is not currently any trace of an advanced civilization having ever existed there. Many proponents believe that the Azores specifically are the remnants of Atlantis. That part of the people think that the Azores is the remnants of Atlantis.
Haven't we only explored 90% of or 10% of the seafloor or something like that?
Yeah, I believe it might even be less than that.
So Atlantis could be somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it.
I'm totally convinced at this point.
I think that this is more likely than the moon landing being fake.
I agree. Moon landing 100% didn't happen. Atlantis exists. That's what he said. Next slide. Don't correct it. That's you.
Yeah. There's a ridge, dude.
Look at that
Appalachia.
ridge.
Okay, so we have the Appalachian mountain range there in the middle, and then we have Atlanta.
Dude, I would love an African plate of jerk chicken right now.
Jerk chicken?
How good would that be?
Jamaican jerk my chicken while I masturbate.
Yes.
Possibility 3, Spain. There are a number of locations in Spain which have suggested as possible locations of Plato's Atlantis. These include the region of Andalusia, the Spartel Bank, submerged structures found off the coast of Cadiz, the underwater plateau in the northern Frankie dead? She's like laying behind me. Just totally limp. The underwater plateau in the northern Spain known as La Danois Bank, La Danois, Denis, Danois, and various other locations. I love the mishmash of articles over there.
Yeah.
Also, this is very well written, I have to say. I like the phrasing.
Well, give props to the big dog, because he worked hard on it. He worked hard for like 4 days on it and was freaking out the whole 4 days about how he felt like he wasn't doing good enough.
I feel like this is excellent. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Is this good? What do you want to see Kurt write about next?
Yeah, he'll do anything, and he works hard, and I love him very much. Some claim that Plato never even intended this Atlantis story to be taken as an actual history at all, but that he invented it as a moral allegory to explain the consequences of hubris and of man's overreaching beyond what has been given to him by the gods. Does this even make sense with all the detail he put into his account? Well, much like the Bible, right? There's stories in the Bible that are supposed to just be not taken literally, right? They're supposed to be like moral teachings.
I think that's based onto some people's interpretations. I believe so.
Or is that blasphemous, what I just said?
I think that could be considered blasphemous, but I would like to believe that that the stuff that's ridiculous and makes no sense at all is just a symbolic allegory.
Yeah, take the moral lesson out of it, and then you don't need to believe it is real.
Yeah, it's real.
I don't mean to offend anyone with that.
Yeah, I do. That's fine.
Come to Atlanta and find me.
Come to Atlantis. I'm out in the middle of the Atlantic Ridge.
I'm in the mud.
I'm in the mud shoal.
I'm in the mud shoal.
I'm neck deep in the mud shoal. Wrong. Pillars of Hercules. Plato clearly said that Atlantis was out beyond the Pillars of Hercules. But while today the Pillars of Hercules are now known to be the Straits of Gibraltar, it is entirely possible that the original storyteller intended an entirely different location. There is a record of Hercules having set up pillars elsewhere all around the ancient world. For example, Isocrates wrote that Hercules erected pillars near Troy to the east of Greece. Dude, I've been erecting pillars.
Yeah, but my pillar hasn't been erected for a long time.
Aww. Tacitus mentions pillars of Hercules to the far north in the Germanic world. There's even evidence of the Greeks believing that there were pillars of Hercules in southern Greece. So if the pillars of Hercules meant by the Egyptian priests were anywhere other than the Gibraltar, that would completely change the location of Atlantis. I smell poop.
That's not good.
I think Frankie farted a little bit or something. I don't think she's allowed to be with us next time we do a video.
Yeah.
She's so annoying.
Frankie.
But she's really happy.
Good.
Her life is good. Her life is really good.
I love Frankie.
Her life is really good right now.
She reminds me of Pumpkin's like overbearing need to be up on me at all times. Does she get rejected and dejected at a certain point, or she just keeps going?
I reject her and I tell her to go lay down and she just sits and looks at me.
Yeah, because if I reject Pumpkin enough, she gets like super like upset.
Depressed,
She's just
yeah.
like
Frankie does.
doesn't love me.
Yeah, exactly.
All I
ahead,
did is
brother.
about cuddling with you for 3 hours. Like what the is supposed to happen?
There's no reasoning with idiots.
No. Possibility 4. Helike Greece. Is that not how you say it?
I don't have any idea. Helike?
Helike? He liked my balls. Helike was a city in Greece which during Plato's lifetime met a fate very similar to that of Atlantis. In one night in 373, Helike was hit with an earthquake and a tsunami and was sunk into the sea, lost forever. Some suggest this was the inspiration for Atlantis. But if Plato was personally familiar with Helike, what would be the point of adding all the other fantastical details to the Atlantis story which don't fit? Is that so Helike is real? Mm-hmm. So there have been cities that have sunk.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. That's really interesting. You knew that. That's cool.
Zaki, haven't you listened to Al Gore and global warming?
I have heard of that. What did he say?
Florida's sunk.
Oh, no, not last time I was there.
Other possibilities. Many other locations have been offered up as locations for Atlantis over the centuries. These include Corsica and Sardinia, which were originally one single island, but there was something eroded between them, I guess. Places in Italy, proponents of which often bring up the similarity between the name of Italy and Atlas or Atlantis. True. Troy, another location said to have been wiped out after deliberation by the Council of Olympians. The Black Sea, which, by the way, speaking of all the symbol and allegory and all this stuff, a lot of people thought that Troy and the story of Achilles and all that, they thought Troy was just a myth, but they found remnants of Troy. And
Really?
it's a real, actual historical
Achilles
place.
and Hector, that was all real?
Well, we don't know about Achilles specifically and Hector, but Troy for a long time was thought to just be a part of that myth. But Troy actually existed.
They should have dipped Achilles in the immortal stuff by his tongue. Because how would anyone ever get to that?
Yeah,
Unless a hot babe seduced him and bit it off.
bit that shit off, dude. His hot mom.
The Black Sea region? Mm-hmm. You know about that?
Based on an idea that the Pillars of Hercules could refer to the Strait of Bosphorus rather than Gibraltar,
Okay, we learned about that.
etc. I do like the actual proper usage of etc. here as well.
Yeah.
I often use etc. It bothers me when people say etc. because it's
Etc.
etc. And it's when you actually do have other examples, but you just want to condense that space. Most people give all their examples and then they say etc. because they don't have any more to give. That's how I use it all the time.
Yeah.
So not most people, me.
I'll be like, she was sucking on it, she was rubbing on it, etc. Does that work?
I like that.
Okay.
Sucking and rubbing, dude.
Before we move on to the
Etc.
next possible location for Atlantis, let us stop and look back for a moment at the character of Atlas, the original king of Atlantis.
Okay. Atlas was, in Plato's account, the king of Atlantis. More often in other sources, he is one of the Titans who fought in the great war against the Olympian gods alongside his uncle Cronos. When most of the Titans were condemned to Tartarus after they were defeated, Atlas was uniquely sent to the far west, where he was forced to hold up the heavens on his shoulders.
Damn.
Dude, I beat your ass. Go far west and hold up the world. That sounds terrible.
For how many weeks are we doing that?
You have a choice, Brandon. Go far west and hold up the world.
I'm just gonna go to the mud show. Probably fit in better there.
Good for your
anyways.
skin.
Yeah, mud bathing.
In other sources, he is a king of Mauritania, a land to the west of Africa on the Atlantic coast.
Well, that is interesting.
Because I know of Atlas, he's the one who holds the rock above his shoulder, the world. Who's calling me?
I don't.
Getting another call.
I would think Atlas was like a master navigator or something,
He circumnavigated the globe.
but he didn't. That's true.
Who, Atlas?
He didn't navigate.
I don't believe so, no.
Who would have thought that Atlas and Young Thug lived in the same city this whole time?
Small world.
But there's a small world. No, but the whole Atlanta thing comes from one of me and my brother's dead friends, Jared, who we were like best friends with. And he was all tuned up one time. And I think Kurt was talking about Atlantis. And after like Kurt like totally like was explaining a bunch of stuff and talking about stuff, Jared like looked at him and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, that's where I want to raise my kids, Atlanta." And it was like so funny. It was like, did you not hear anything that was just said?
Yeah.
It was really good.
Atlanta. Raise your kids in Atlanta.
Why would you even want to do that?
I don't know. I don't know why you would. It'd be so hard to raise a kid in a city, I feel like.
I wouldn't, personally. I'm not a city
Seems
guy.
hard.
I got to be in the suburbs.
I could call my land Atlanta
Yeah,
if I
you
wanted.
should.
Change
But
my
did
farm name.
Atlanta.
It's Atlanta. Atlas gave his name to the Atlantic Ocean. Atlas was king of Atlantis, and he gave his name to Atlantis and to the Atlantic Ocean. Atlas was also said to be king of the Mauritania, and he gave his name to the Atlas Mountains, which lie in Mauritania. I'm not saying that right. Mauritania. Indeed, some said that he had long ago transformed into the very mountains themselves. That's a cool legend.
How do you do that?
He's big.
I'm interested in doing that.
He's big. Turned into a mountain one day.
I'd be interested in that. Climb me.
Beats and mud show.
Climb me. It does.
And just below the Atlas Mountains in Mauritania and on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean lies our next and most intriguing possible candidate for the location
Ooh, drum roll, please.
of Atlantis.
And we're disconnected. And it's over. And we've been owned. Oh, there we are.
There you go. What's that?
Oh, dude, the Richat structure, the Richat structure.
That's what it looks like.
Which one would you say?
I would say Richat.
The
but
Richat structure.
I have no idea.
Possibility 5.
The Richat structure. Go ahead.
The Richat structure, or the Eye of the Sahara, bears a more striking resemblance to Plato's Atlantis than does any other location. It has a circular ringed formation which can be seen from space and is made up of concentric circles and couldn't be a better match for Plato's city, having alternating concentric rings of water and land. It is located in Mauritania, a land said to be ruled by Atlas, who is in the Dude, what's happening to my brain right now? Who is in Plato the ruler? Is that weird to you at all? Next line. It lies south of the Atlas Mountains and not far from the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, which are both locations named after Atlas. There is evidence that there were rivers, lakes, and waters at one point of the Richat structure. Ancient sailors could indeed have reached the structure by sailing out past the Pillars of Hercules and turning back in towards the African continent. That looks like Atlantis.
You gonna kiss me on the mouth? You gonna kiss me on the mouth?
There's pictures of it. Looks like a weird nipple.
It does. Ooh, even better there.
Additionally, there is another source which points to the region of Mauritania around the Atlas Mountains as being the homeland of the Atlantean people, and that is Diodorus Siculus.
You've heard of this?
No, the Atlantean Amazonian War. There's a
Whoa.
record of people in this region of Mauritania who are referred to as explicitly Atlanteans. Greek historian Diodorus Siculus recorded a legend that these Atlanteans once fought a great war with the legendary Amazons. And these Amazons were a tribe made up exclusively of big bitches, warlike women. And these particular Amazons were located in Libya rather than in their usual home of Scythia. Scholars say that these other Atlanteans are not to be identified with the people of Plato's Atlantis, but they have the same name and they live around these Atlas Mountains, mountains named after the very god who was said to be the king of Atlantis. Interesting. I've never heard of the Atlantean Amazonian War.
Is that historical or mythological? It's mythological, right?
I think the Amazonian women are mythological, but like Scythia or Scythia, however the fuck you say it, that's a real place. And they have,
Is this... Oh, I don't want to be... Let me just not say what I was going to say.
yeah, just don't say that. Just hold that back.
Hold that one in.
So is the region of Mauritania the homeland of Plato's Atlanteans? And is the Richat structure the lost capital city of Atlantis?
Oh, stop.
Go ahead.
Right as I'm believing it and I'm like, Atlantis, that's real. Problems with the Richat structure theory. As interesting a candidate as it may seem, there are problems with the Richat structure theory. It's far too old. The Richat structure was formed over 100 million years ago, and the idea that it was constructed by Atlanteans 9,000 years ago, or even by the humans at all, is impossible. It's not underwater, but rather it seems that even the water that once was at the site has all dried up. But the key features of Atlantis is that it was swallowed up by the sea in a single night. There are signs of human habitation, such as arrowheads and stone tools within the face of the Richat, but these indicate primitive society rather than anything close to Plato's magnificent description. There are no ruins, no pottery, no writing, and no signs of civilization.
Still, there are other possibilities. The North Pole.
Are we gonna get into Hyperborea right now?
Is this a joke? Let's see. Possibility 6, the North Pole. In 1885, William Fairfield Warren, a professor of systematic theology at Boston University, claimed that the original homeland of mankind was at the North Pole. He believed that not just Atlantis, but other mythical locations such as the Garden of Eden, Mount Meru, Avalon, and Hyperborea were all folk memories of mankind's original home far to the north. The North Pole.
So how could there be a garden in the North Pole? Because last I checked, gardens don't start in ice.
Well, I believe the idea was that it was before it was cold.
So it was warmer?
Warmth.
I believe it.
Yep.
I'll believe anything.
Why do some people believe the Atlanteans built the pyramids? The traces are left among us. Could it be the known technological advancements of our ancestors were a direct result of their interacting with and learning from this advanced semi-divine Atlantean race? Some people think the Atlanteans built the pyramids. What else would have likely come from them if they had existed? Traces left among us. Is it possible that the great seafaring cultures throughout history have a common origin from Atlantis, a common gift from Atlantis, a Viking ship, a Phoenician ship? Interesting. They do look similar.
If they're so advanced, do you think they had like
Jet skis.
like jet skis and like helicopters or
Probably.
like self-suck machines?
Yeah. Down at the mud show.
Because that's advanced.
Get your tip looked at the mud show.
I'll go down there tonight if that's the case.
Traces left among us. Stone circles. Mysterious stone circles in various forms can be found throughout the ancient world. Many coastal nations, such as the Celts, have long had a preoccupation with symbolic circles. Could these circles be reminiscent of the significance of the Atlantean capital city with its concentric alternating rings of land and water? Ireland, Scandinavia, Sardinia, Israel. Dude, people loved building shit in a circle. For a long time. That's like all we knew how to do.
What's the Peruvian city?
Göbekli Tepe?
I don't know.
Not it.
Am I totally tripping? Don't talk about it?
The Peruvian city?
Yeah.
Is it like an ancient one?
Yeah. It's not Minas Tirith. That's in
Mozambique? No, I know what you're talking about. Machu Picchu?
Machu Picchu, right? Is that not? Can I please not be totally just dumb here? Is this possibly something that was in a circular pattern?
I don't know.
I'm just an idiot is the problem. Damn it. It's nothing like what this is nothing like what we're even talking about. To even be brought up. Stupid. You understand, Caleb? You understand how dumb I am? It has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, no, that's pretty bad. That's a big L.
God.
I hope you get spladled at your next wrestling practice.
Dude, if I get spladled, you will never see me again. That's all I have left.
Look at that. Look at those people.
He's covering his dong with a sword.
It's a cool short sword. Giants? The Atlanteans descended from the union between the god Poseidon and the mortal woman Cleito, and they were highly advanced technologically. This bears a definite similarity. The Nephilim to traditions about giants in other cultures. In biblical tradition, the Nephilim were a race of giants descended from the sons of gods and the daughters of mankind. They were, like the Atlanteans, considered highly advanced technologically and were responsible for the majority of humanity's technological advancement. Consider that descendants of these Nephilim were found among the Philistines, and that the giant Goliath was one of them. Scholars have long acknowledged that these Philistines have their origins in the sea peoples who we have discussed previously. So it's all connected, dude. It's Gilgamesh, the Nephilim, the Atlantis, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's crazy to be big body and also super smart.
Big body, super smart, and not big body, funny, big, giant, ugly chin, and you die when you're 16.
They're like handsome beast studs.
You're just big. You're just a normal guy, but big.
I like that. And the Philistines, that was in the story of Samson in the Bible, right? He married a Philistine woman, right?
That
And then
bitch.
kept killing them all.
Yeah.
That's a hardcore story.
That is. Possibility 7, Sweden and the Germanic world. In the 17th century, a Swedish scholar named Olaus Rudbeck claimed that Sweden, a long thought to be the homeland of the Germanic peoples, was actually the original location of Atlantis. Rudbeck's methods are acknowledged today as being advanced far beyond the other scholars of his day. Similarly, in the 20th century, archaeologist Albert Herman claimed that the city of Atlantis was a colony of the Germanic people of Friesland. Everybody in the 1800s, though, wanted to have some kind of, their race was from some divine, let's be real. That was a big thing in the 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th centuries. Very big deal and really big right around 1940.
Pecking order shit.
Pecking order shit, exactly.
Yeah.
The Caucasoids were numero uno. They thought they're something themselves to be. I'm not saying that they were.
No. Edit him out saying that thing. Leave him in saying the Caucasoids are numero uno. That's the quote. Write the articles. Let's start it all coming down.
That's not true. That's what people believed. Archaeologists and anthropologists from the 20th century were very racist.
People believed that named Caleb Phelps.
No. Caucasoid is fun to say, I've got to say.
It is.
Yeah. The people of the North do stand out for their appearance, particularly their light hair and their great height. They are well known for their naval capabilities and famously threatened the entire ancient world during the Viking Age. And even though these peoples appear relatively late in history, they have since been responsible for a hugely disproportionate contribution to the advancement of technologies. That is true. The Romans have 3 days of the week.
No, that's facts.
Vikings have 4 days of the week named after them.
No, that's facts.
Exactly.
Like that's I was gonna say that, but like that's facts.
There we go. Viking Phoenician ship. Go ahead.
The idea that the Germanic peoples were descended from a higher Atlantean race has since been taken up by other prominent thinkers and has perhaps been more influential than any other Atlantean identification in modern times. I need 1 second to remove this because I'm starting to drip sweat, and I cannot start sweating with how limited the liquid in my body is right now. I'm very dehydrated.
What is this? What am I looking at right now?
I see a Star of David and a swastika.
That's a wild combo. And some Hindu stuff, which I think the swastika is Hindu. Anyways,
It's supposed to be a symbol of peace
it's supposed to be, yeah.
before, Humboldt came in.
Ironic. Helena Blavatsky was a Russian occultist and co-founder of the Theosophical Society in 1875. The Theosophical Society had tens of thousands of members at its peak. The Theosophists believed that humanity descended from a series of root races which progressively evolved and gave way to succeeding forms. The fourth of these root races was the Atlantean. Theosophists believed that Atlantis was a real civilization which possessed great abilities in astronomy and the occult, but that over time they lost their power, became diluted, and gave way to later root races. Interesting.
Oh.
I love the occult.
So they fell off.
They fell off hard, dude.
Oh, we're gonna have to really get into this one.
Polarian, ethereal, non-physical beings that reproduce by dividing like amoeba. You want to read some of them?
All right, root races of Theosophy. The first root race is the Polarians, an ethereal, non-physical beings that reproduce by dividing like amoeba.
Sounds like bullshit!
I don't even know what to say about
Sounds
that.
like bullshit!
My homies ain't ever done that. Second, Hyperborean. Lived in a tropical Hyperborea to the north. Golden in color, they reproduced by budding like flowers.
Ooh!
I never heard that. Third, Lemurian. Lived in Lemuria, a now lost continent in the Indian Ocean. These people lived alongside dinosaurs and reproduced by shitting on the floor.
That's crazy, dude. I get what you're saying. That's a funny joke.
I'm sorry, Caleb.
It's okay.
The fourth root race, Atlantean. The race of Atlantis, technologically advanced but morally fallen. The fifth, the Aryan. Humans' current root race. The sixth and seventh, with an asterisk, unnamed, future spiritual races yet to be created.
AI is one of them.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah!
Elon Musk.
Superorganism AI!
Mark Zuckerberg.
But yeah, the Lemurian, by the way, they reproduce by laying eggs, not shitting on the floor.
Yeah,
Just for clarification.
that was a typo.
Yeah.
It was.
He had a typo.
The fourth root race was the Atlantean race. The Atlantean race possessed knowledge of astronomy and the occult.
Where did this modern occult ideas come from? It should be noted that none of this is in Plato's original account. Blavatsky claimed to have received this information by telepathically accessing a lost mythical book of Xian. I love the idea of telepathically reading a book.
Cap, dude. The same thing like the Mormon.
I was gonna say it's some Mormon shit.
I don't want to be hateful. I love Mormon people. They're great. I believe what you believe.
Yeah.
But
Hey brother, separate the art from the artist.
I have a hard time with, he looked into a hat and read the scrolls and no one else could see him. He's reading them in the hat.
But what about walking on water?
Oh, yeah, but that's Jay's up. Love my shit.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, that's the whole point of faith, right? Mm-hmm. Is there has to be you have to suspend disbelief in order to give yourself to something.
Yeah, because if it was so believable, you wouldn't have to have faith.
It'd be easy.
You'd just be like, oh, I believe it.
Exactly, it would be easy if you didn't have to have faith.
And that's why Blavatsky is right.
Rudolf Steiner, another prominent proponent of the Atlantean root race theory, claimed he got this information by spiritually accessing a secret Akashic record, an ultimate compendium of all information that exists, which could be accessed using one's spiritual faculties. I think if anybody says they got anything from an Akashic record, they're full of dog shit,
that's like
brother.
L. Ron Hubbard said that too,
Yeah.
or something. Have you ever meditated so hard you started reading books that didn't exist telepathically? Because I think you'd have to go to the psych ward.
I did one time busting.
A nut?
Yeah.
What
One
were
time busting, I saw symbols all over my vision.
Really? Were they good or bad?
They were just crazy, like weird lines, and it was like a big circle of lines, and there was like a circle in the middle.
Oh, you know what happened?
What?
You came in your eyes. Gooed up your eyes.
That's not what happened. It was dark too. It was dark and I couldn't see, and I had closed my eyes, and it was just like crazy.
It was good?
Yeah, and then I dreamt about it later that night. It was crazy.
And then you wrote a song called Jizzit in My Eyes.
Listen to my eyes on a Friday night.
Listen in my eyes on a Friday night.
Should we take seriously these more recent modern claims? Should their claims be taken as a legitimate part of the Atlantis tradition alongside Plato's dialogues? Okay. One second while I'm on here.
These occult fascinations mixed with an actual attempt in archaeology in the 1930s and 40s when the Third Reich took power. So now we're in the Nazis.
Wait a minute.
Oh, the Thule Society. Are we about to get into the Thule Society? We got Himmler and that other guy.
So you know about this stuff.
The Thule Society, but I don't know if that's what this is.
Ananurbi? Ananurbi?
Ahnenaba.
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
This is all you, player.
Ahnenaba Institute of Ancestral Heritage was a Nazi research organization founded in 1935 to study the supposed ancient origins, history, and culture of the Aryan race. Many prominent members of the Third Reich believed that the Germanic people originated in a higher Atlantean race with semi-divine blood that had been mixed and diluted over time. The Aryan Atlantean origin possibility was taken so seriously that the Anunnaki, it's like Anunnaki in a weird way, conducted expeditions across the world searching for evidence of their supposed lost homeland. Many members of the Anunnaki embraced occult practices and are known to have made use of the occult in their research. These were the bad guys in Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. So this is the Thule Society then, I assume.
Okay.
As far as we know, no such Aryan homeland of Atlantis was ever found. However, these are indeed still records of sunken lands in the north which may fit the description.
So the Nazis couldn't figure it out. Thule! Look at you, 1 step ahead of the curve, 5 steps ahead of the competition.
Yeah!
But no, you want me to lick your ear? Do you want me to lick your ear? Possibility 8, Thule. Thule is the name of a legendary island believed to have existed in the far north beyond the edge of the known world, but which has since been lost or considered to have never existed. It was first described by ancient Greek writers as a mystical land of ice where the sun shone both day and night all year round. Pytheas and Massilia is said to have personally journeyed to the land of Thule and confirmed its existence. The idea of Thule became intertwined with speculation about an Aryan homeland in the early 20th century, especially through the work of the Thule Society in Germany. The Thule Society viewed the island as a mythical homeland of the Aryan race and linked it with Atlantis. Certain high-ranking Nazis located Thule near Iceland and believed that it was the homeland of the Nordic peoples.
Possibility 9. Doggerland. Similarly, in Northern Europe, there was the sunken region of Doggerland. Doggerland was once a massive region in Northern Europe stretching from around Britain to Scandinavia, which was fully exposed when the sea levels were low, but which is now submerged beneath the North Sea. It is confirmed that humans did live in this region around 10,000 years ago, which would match well with the date of Plato's Atlantis. Interesting.
There's
Doggerland.
like a lot behind this.
Yeah, there's so much more than I ever thought.
I wonder what the audience thinks about all this.
Doggerland!
This is like kind of crazy.
Scotland!
Scotland got me killed on.
Got me killed on me cock free.
Me cook's out.
Me cock's out, me lip me killed, me cock flop.
What do they play? The bagpipes?
Yeah. Yeah, and the Irish band music on band, what is it? Irish?
Hymns?
No, it's some instrument. Irish
picklewood flute. So we're looking at maps of Doggerland and me cook now. It's lost in Doggerland.
Doggerland me cock.
Doggerland, wait, what was that?
Sorry.
Doggerland and Doggerbank in the British Isles and Maritime area of sunken Doggerland. So this is real, it's really crazy.
The stool of them glaciation.
And the land slowly just sank into the water.
Wow. So there was an ice, I didn't know any of this
And
stuff.
that's how mermaids happened.
I'm so dumb.
So you got owned again and again. Moon, fake, mermaids, real, Atlantis, real. I'm 3 for 3. So I need a Grammy nomination.
If I was gonna get a Grammy, #1 producer of the year.
I'll puke for it if I need to.
Is it possible that the same Atlanteans who almost conquered Eurasia were the ancestors of the sea peoples who brought about the Bronze Age collapse? And that their descendants later went north and brought the Viking Age?
I think maybe.
I saw a theory that the tribe of Dan became the Danish people. They traveled north.
Who's Dan?
The tribe of Dan from the Bible?
I'm not even familiar. What did Dan do?
I don't think it was anybody named Dan. I think it was a tribe of people named Dan.
Well, Daniel probably had a fucking part in it, no?
Big Dan.
Big Daniel.
Big Dog Dan. He's like Atlas.
What did the tribe of Dan do?
I don't remember.
I'm way out of my element.
Was Atlantis real? And which of these potential locations is the actual Atlantean homeland? Is it possible all these various leads somehow do connect back to the original Atlantis? Are the Atlantean people entirely gone, or are they still among us? Might we ourselves have Atlantean roots? Edgar Case's visions of the future. Edgar Case was an American psychic and mystic who was often referred to as the sleeping prophet. He would put himself into a deep sleep-like trance where he received visions of the past and future. He gained tremendous knowledge of prehistoric civilizations, including Atlantis, and saw visions of flying ships. Dude, if I close my eyes, I can see that shit too.
Yeah, take some acid, you'll be right in the smiling theory, whatever the
Dude, all I need to do is bust and I'll see shapes.
Yeah, you gotta do that way more and hit me up.
And advanced energy systems, which made use of crystal magic. He believed that the souls of many modern people were reincarnations of lost Atlanteans. Case's ideas, though spectacular, were not altogether rejected by society. He was taken very seriously by many people and he had significant cultural influence. Case claimed that Atlantis would one day rise up from the sea and that in the future the Atlantean people would return and redeem themselves. What do you think?
I'm thinking that, well, I mean, for the funniness of it, I'd like to just believe Atlantis was real. But it sounds like a mythological story inspired by real places sinking.
That's what it seems like to me, yeah. Myth, just like a classic myth inspired by real places sinking. But it's possible that there was like a civilization or whatever, and they were, you know, they had a city and you have one idiot go from one place to another and there's like, this place is sick. Like, some people go to Columbus, Ohio and think it's awesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, imagine being an idiot.
Oh, I don't have to imagine, Caleb.
Imagine going to just like you're just, you live in a little small town in Texas. But let's imagine you're living in a little small town in, I don't know, Crete, let's say. And then you get on a boat and you go and there's an island and these people and they have nice stuff, just moderately nice stuff.
And you're like, it's so advanced.
Exactly. That is crazy.
Wait a minute. That's me right there?
Yeah, in that. No, in this.
How's that doing that? That's advanced.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, if you go like, you could probably have like a tribe person from some uncontacted island like just come over to my house and he'd think I was like the most advanced person on earth.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's all relative, right?
Just because I have an iPad.
Yes. And there's no iPads on the wall. Whoa. But yeah, I think the fact is fairly clear that it's easy to just make shit up and lie and or not even on purpose really. To like spin this web, this yarn, this conspiratorial yarn. It's very easy to just, things lose control. You lose control of stories as they're told. And there's no internet, there's no centralization of information. There's no single source of truth for any of this stuff. It's just speculation from thousands of idiots for a long time.
Just like you and I.
Exactly.
But if it was real, I wouldn't like be like shocked. Also, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I'd be like, oh wow, they found Atlantis. That's really cool. It was, because like the pyramids still trip me out. The pyramids have some weird stuff, like the batteries and shit.
Yeah, the Baghdad battery.
I don't like that. Like trips me out.
And the shit beneath it.
Yeah, like all the. Isn't there something about a battery in a pyramid that can like send something, a beam of light up into the sky or some shit?
I don't know nothing about that.
I could literally be making that up.
You just dreaming. You went into a deep trance-like state. You made it up.
You know what I was doing before I was over here.
You went into a deep trance-like state. You had a Case moment.
Yeah, total Case.
Brandon Case, I farted.
I see beautiful women rubbing my shoulders. Rub my feet, rub my shoulders, visions of the future. Make it happen, Caleb.
Thank you guys for watching this episode. What's the next topic we should cover in the next video?
Yeah, were they giving us good stuff in the comments of the last one?
They were giving us they liked it a lot.
Have people called in?
Dude, so many people have called in.
When are we doing that?
That's in the Too Late show.
When's that?
We can record it tomorrow. Okay, goodbye.
Well, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. Had a good time. Thank you to the writer of this. Thank you to Caleb
Kurt.
for having me.
Yep.
We'll cover whatever you guys want. We have a lot of ideas, but we'd love to know what you guys want to see first.
I was thinking 9/11 next.
Cool. Should we tell them to call in more or it's no?
Call in more, numbers on the screen.
Numbers on the screen, call in, we want to talk.